This week, I'm going to lead you through a calming reset practice. We're going to alternate between movement and stillness, creating a gentle yin-yang practice for the evening. Let's get started. For this week's practice, some kind of a bolster or a blanket that you can roll up, or a big pillow, a big cushion would be a really handy prop. So anything that you can use as a bolster, and you can have an extra block or extra small pillows for your practice as well if you like to have more props. But something that can serve as a bolster would be a really good one. And then we're going to start our practice from lying down on that bolster, on that pillow, that cushion. So creating a supported back bend. If you want, you can extend your legs all the way down onto the mat. You can also choose to leave your knees bent, or a butterfly pose in the legs would be an option as well. Any pose, any shape in the legs that allows you to start relaxing your hips and allows that back bend in your spine without pain, without hurting anywhere in the body. Arms could be open on the sides, or you can also leave your arms, your hands closer to your body. Where do you feel that you can now start releasing shoulders, start softening across the chest, and also soften in the upper back between the shoulder blades. Once you feel that you have found your shape in the pose, bring your awareness, your attention to your breath. Allowing yourself to notice each breath in and notice each breath out. You could send your breaths down to your chest, maybe even down to your belly if that feels safe in your back. Or you might send your breaths towards the back, as if you're breathing onto your bolster, onto your pillow. And give yourself another 5 to 10 breaths here. Giving your full attention to that flow of your each breath in and out. It might help to count the length of each breath in. Count the length of each breath out. So allowing your mind to also reset. Inviting your awareness away from whatever has happened today, whatever will happen after this practice, and just allowing yourself to be in this moment. Focus on your practice. Focus on the present. Once you arrive at the end of your 5 to 10 breaths, if you have your legs extended or in a butterfly shape, slowly bend your knees, bringing your feet onto the mat, and then start to swing your knees. Swing your legs from side to side. It can be a slow movement. It could be a faster movement. And you decide how far down to the side you bring your legs. A couple more gentle movements. Notice that you're still breathing in and out together with those movements. And then bring your legs to one side of the mat, left or the right side, and roll down onto that side, slowly bringing yourself up into a seat. And then we're going to turn onto all fours. Turn towards your bolster, your pillow. And we're going to turn the bolster or pillow now sideways and bring elbows, forearms on top of that support. Knees roughly hip-width apart. And now start to circle the weight from elbows to knees, knees to elbows. And allow your spine to move. You might practice some side bends here. You might add some cat-cow movements, so rounding and arching the spine together with those circling movements. And then change the direction of those circles. Finding smooth circling movement in the hip joints, in the shoulder joints. You can allow your neck to move, head to move. Let's do a couple more circles. Just in your own pace, with your own breath. And then we'll let the movement calm down. And we're going to lean the pelvis back towards the feet into child's pose. And now you have an option to leave your hands or arms, maybe elbows, on top of the bolster, on top of that support. Head can lean either down onto that bolster or maybe all the way down onto the mat. If you feel that leaving your arms on top of the prop is too much for the shoulders right now, then you can bring your hands and arms down on the floor. You can also bring arms down next to your sides if that feels better. Now let yourself curl in. After that very open back bend, allow yourself to curl into a little ball, closing in, bringing your awareness inwards. And just checking in with your breath again. Maybe this time breathing towards the back. Notice if you can feel your breaths on the back side of your body. And give yourself another 5 to 10 breaths here. At any point, if you notice your mind, your thoughts wandering off the mat, just bring yourself back to your breath. Back to noticing each breath in and each breath out. And then after your 5 to 10 breaths, slowly with a slightly bigger breath in, bring your back up and and bring yourself up into a seat. You might stay on your knees, on your shins, or you might find a cross-legged seat. Bring your arms down next to your sides. And we're going to bring arms out to the sides like a T shape, but your hands, your palms turned up towards the ceiling. And we'll go into some 4-part Daoist breaths. With your in-breath, close your hands and draw your arms down next to your sides, bending the elbows. Exhale, open palms and push hands and arms away from the chest. You can round your neck. Inhale, close the hands and again pull the elbows next to your sides. As you exhale, open palms and push your hands and arms out to the sides, like you're pushing walls away. Same again. Inhale, draw the arms in. Exhale, push hands and arms away from your chest in front of you. Inhale, draw the arms in. Exhale, push hands and arms out to the sides. Another 3 rounds. Inhale, bring the arms in. Exhale, gently push them in front of you. Inhale, bring the arms in. Exhale, send the hands and arms out to the sides. 2 more rounds with your own pace. Each in-breath, bringing arms in. Out breath, send the hands and arms out. Feel the arms connected to your back. Feel the breath connected to the movement. Let's do 1 more full round. Follow your own breath. After that last exhalation, turn palms up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in and out. And then with the next out breath, release your hands and arms down. And roll the shoulders. And then we're going to go into the next longer pose. Now find yourself sitting on your left hip. And you can either have your right leg on top of the left leg or bring your right leg a bit further back, like sitting in a deer seat. Bring bolster or your pillow next to your left hip. And then as you exhale, lean onto your left side over that bolster. Head could lean down onto the mat, or this is a place where you could bring your extra props under your head if you want. Right arm could go over the head. You could also bring your right arm somewhere next to your side or behind the back. We're looking for a gentle side bend. You can still adjust your legs. Maybe your legs need to be more extended. Maybe you want to open your chest up to the ceiling or close your chest down to the mat. Find a place where you feel you can again let your body soften, and where you can find some space for your breaths. With each breath out, see if you could soften effort, let go of tension that you don't need right now. And sometimes we hold that tension in our breath. We might hold that tension in our thoughts. First step, letting go of that tension, is to become aware of it. And then then we can start to inhale, exhale, let go of that tension. We could spend another 5 to 10 breaths in this side bend. If for those 5 to 10 breaths you want to change your pose, the shape you're in, feel free to do that. And then towards the end of those 5 to 10 breaths, if you have your right arm overhead, just slowly slide that right hand in front of you. And then bring yourself back up into a seat. And now from that seat, turn onto all fours. And you could still leave your bolster or pillows under your body. We're going to go into a downward facing dog pose. So from hands and knees, lift your knees off the mat, lift your pelvis up. And if it suits your body, you might lean your head onto that prop, onto that pillow or bolster that you have there. You might move in this downward dog, maybe walking from one foot to the other. You might rock the pelvis from side to side. Take a few more breaths in and out. And if you don't want to be in downward dog, you might stay on hands and knees, or you might add another child's pose here. Let's take one more breath in and out. And then with your next couple of breaths, bring yourself back onto all fours. And then come sitting down on the right hip. We're going to go into that side bend on the other side. So now the bolster is close to the right hip. Legs could be on top of each other, or the left leg could go further back. We're going to lean the right side over the bolster. And you could either lean head down on the mat on the floor, or bring some extra props under your head. If you want, left arm could go overhead. Or again, you might choose to leave your left arm lower down, maybe closer to your body, or maybe in front of your body. The shape on the second side might be different. You could start to move your breaths along the left side of your body. Noticing your in-breath sliding down towards the left hip. The out-breath sliding down towards the left shoulder. And just allowing that space between your shoulders, your hips to soften. If you want to adjust the shape, then feel free to adjust your legs or arms. We'll spend another 5 to 10 breaths in this side bend. And then after your 5 to 10 breaths, just slowly find that left hand on the mat somewhere in front of you, so that you could now again help yourself up into a seat. And we're going to move the bolster or pillow, all the props aside, and then come lie down on the back. So find your back, your shoulders, your head down onto the mat. Have your feet roughly hip-width apart, arms down next to your sides. And we're going to move into a bridge. Inhale down on the mat. And as you exhale, press your feet down, elevate your pelvis, your back off the mat. Just to a point where you feel it's a good height for your bridge. No pain, but you feel some activation through the back side, some opening through the front. With your next exhalation, slowly release your back, release your pelvis down onto the mat. We'll do this another 2 times. With your own exhalation, press down through the feet, opening the front line as you lift your pelvis, your back off the mat. Keep breathing. Again, with exhalation, slowly release your back, your pelvis down. One more round. As you exhale, press down through the feet, lift up into your bridge, feeling that gentle activation through the legs, through the pelvis, into your spine. There's still space for your breaths. And then exhale, soften down. And then we're going to find our resting pose, Shavasana pose. You might release your legs down onto the mat. You could leave your knees bent. You might find a butterfly shape in the legs if you want. This will be our final pose. So make it a comfortable one. If you feel that there's tension around your neck or shoulders, maybe rock your head from side to side a few times. Find an easy place for your arms. You might bring one hand onto your belly, or even both hands onto your belly. And then once more, turn your full awareness into your breath. Feel that subtle internal flow. Let yourself feel that lightness in your breath. And at the same time, allow your body to become heavy. Give yourself at least another 5 to 10 breaths in this resting pose.
And then either after your 5 to 10 breaths, or when you feel that you'd like to, you'd be ready to slowly let go of your practice, close the practice. From your resting pose, roll down onto one side. Again, it could be the left or the right side. Find an easy seat. You could bring palms together in front of your chest if that's a part of your practice. And as always, most importantly, thank yourself for taking a moment today to look after yourself. And I thank you all very much for joining in. Namaste. Thank you.